afternoon, everyone. We welcome you to the virtual launch of our report, Security Use Cases and Solution for Work from Home. Thank you all to attend this event today, and we extend the warm welcome to all the key dignitaries and chief guests that are available with us today. Thank you so much for joining us. I would like to welcome Ms. Rama Videshri, CEO of DSCI, to give the opening address.
Thank you, Sonam. Good afternoon to everyone who has joined us for this virtual launch of a report that we have developed to showcase all the Indian security startups and product companies who have developed or developing products and solutions for the work from home at scale that is happening in India, across all enterprises in India, and also across the service industry, which is servicing global customers across the world. The objective of this report was the National COE, which is an initiative and a center that has been set up by Data Security Council of India in partnership with Ministry of Electronics and IT. This report has been developed so that we can discover startups, we can encourage more startups to take up use cases to solve security problems and to be able to showcase them not only to customers in India but to customers across the world. Currently now, all of us are familiar that the kind of work from home at scale that has happened from India, particularly given that as the IT industry serves global markets, I mean, it's at a scale at which was unprecedented. And CIOs and CISOs have been dealing with a definite, very niche use case problems, which could be whether the kind of view, bring your own device at scale. Maybe very few handful of enterprises had a policy for work from home or had a mature policy for BYOD devices. We have also seen that there has been a ramp up of migrating to the cloud because there are several virtual platforms that were being leveraged on the cloud. Right, so there is cloud on one end and end user devices on one end from the work from home. So new use cases for security, CISOs and CIOs have been grappling with that problem. So we said, let us understand what is the portfolio and bouquet of products that Indian security product companies and startups have. And this report is meant to be able to showcase that and also work with customer organizations, large service companies, so that these solutions get deployed and they become mature and we can really accelerate their go-to-market journey. An interesting feature is that while COVID has thrown unprecedented challenges, I think the Indian IT industry had really geared up well, and also the security services industry and the security product companies. What is interesting is the security product portfolio from Indian security products companies and startups, at least 80% of them were cloud ready. So they did not find any challenges in being able to service their customers, either in India or customers across. So increasingly, we are seeing that security stack and security products from Indian startups are cloud enabled or cloud native, and sometimes, they work both in on-prem on a cloud platform. This has made sure they are able to serve their customers even during a complete lockdown scenario. And what is interesting is the COVID and the security challenges, the increased threat landscape that we are experiencing is encouraging more startups to pick up new use cases and develop products. And there are multiple initiatives from DSCI. One is the National COE, which has been set up in partnership with MeitY, and another COE in Hyderabad set up in Telangana with partnership with Telangana government, and a use case clearinghouse, which is continuously looking at discovering new use cases and then discovering what is the pipeline of new startups who can be encouraged to take up security use cases and develop products, and putting up some programs to be able to connect them with customers, connect them with investors, connect them with partner organizations, so that their go-to-market strategy can be speed-tracked. And particularly, this report is extremely relevant in the current scenario because work from home is likely to be not only an immediate crisis that we are dealing with, but it is probably going to be a new way in which IT services will be delivered or customer projects will be delivered. So we need to be prepared for the near term and also the long term if work from home is going to continue even when the pandemic crisis is behind us, because of which I think being able to look at these startups, and we have my colleague Vinayak will present. There are multiple things. Some of them are in the multi-cloud environment. Some of them are for data security. Some of them are in the self-healing domain. There are different domains in which these startups have built the products or have already taken it to market. So as Vinayak presents it, you will get a better sense of what is the portfolio of the products and the bouquet of solutions that these startups. And I encourage everyone, once the report is launched, look at this report, talk to those startups and give them an opportunity to be able to deploy them. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rama. That indeed set a right tone for this report launched today. And as rightly said, now we have Mr. Vinayak Godse, Vice President of DSCI, who will be presenting more detailed information about the report. So just give us a few minutes. We'll be connected with him right away. Hello, everyone. We are back. So we're going to start with the second session where Mr. Vinayak Godse is going to present on the work from home security solutions. Over to you, Vinayak.
Yeah, thank you, Sonam. So in next 10 minutes, I will briefly talk about this report, and before that, I will also try to really talk about what is this national COE and what we have been trying to do briefly, because this is an initiative of a Ministry of Electronics and IT and Data Security Council of India. And then the brief presentation of report will get you understand how exactly this report has been conceived, what kind of input that we got from all the startups, and how we put that report together. So this is one of the important effort, apart from the early stage startup that we had been working to incubate them in our center of excellence that we have set up in Delhi, and there are other associations and there are other academic world, plus we have another center in Hyderabad. So apart from the early stage startup and incubating them, so we also plan to engage with a lot of lateral stage startups as well. So in a brief presentation, I will be talking about the efforts of COE, and hope my presentation slides are visible, Sonam.
Yes, Vinayak, it is visible.
Hello.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So as I talked about, National COE is and for cybersecurity technology development and product entrepreneurship is a joint initiative of Ministry of Electronics and IT and Data Security Council of India. It has been devised to achieve these 6 objectives. So one is the ecosystem for cybersecurity technology development and entrepreneurship. So creating that ecosystem and scaling up that ecosystem so that we flourish the security technology development and entrepreneurship in the country. Translate the R&D, which is happening all across the academic world as well as the research institution in a product. So that's another important mandate that we have on our we have taken for the national COE. Another important part is for the existing technology companies to look at the technology stack and how we can see enhancing the technology stacks, which can elevate and which can make them to compete with the global competition that they have. Create an investment ecosystem for cybersecurity entrepreneurship, work for the market adoption of a developed product, and also project India as a destination for cybersecurity R&D and product development. And this will be done into 3 key pillars of a national COE. One is the focusing on technology development. Other is the take care of or focus on incubating the new age cybersecurity product and at a COE's own infrastructure, as well as all the partner ecosystem that we have in academic world and other incubators across the country, and market development. So technology incubation, market development is the 3 key pillars of a national COE. And we had set up a kind of infrastructure here in Delhi. So I'll just like to give some small glimpse of that infrastructure, that how we are set up. So we have set up a kind of incubation center, plus we have the kind of a state-of-art cybersecurity lab that we have set up, and we have set up a enterprise security architecture in the lab, so that many startups can get benefit of that when they are developing product. So they can do see the integration, they can do the pilot with the enterprise systems that we have devised in a COE infrastructure that we have built in. So this particular video just gives the glimpse of the facility we built. So this is a NASCOM which helps us to build this facility. So we got this facility in month of March, and after that lockdown started. But once we all resume to offices, probably this facility will be full of people, startups, all the enterprises coming there. This has a hardware security lab. This has a IoT security lab. This has a high performance computing environment. Also, it will also have the forensic test security lab, as well as it will also have one of the important enterprise security operations center, which is trying to set up a kind of enterprise architecture in the COE. So this is main for probably the first of this kind of facility for the cybersecurity startup ecosystem and security research basically. And we have the academic network. We will build on whatever we have built here, and we would also work with academic network and academic institutions to multiply the effort that we are putting it here. So for this particular today's interaction, so the work from home is definitely putting a lot of security challenges, and there are a lot of new use cases that people have been now talking about, and most of the CISOs have been grappling with those use cases. So let's try to see what are those use cases. For example, one of the important area of the use case is access, and we know mostly the VPN has been preferred still because of its legacy system, and mostly VPN has been used, but there are a lot of issues and challenges which have been thrown with respect to access, and probably VPN proven to be complex, lengthy, and it is also introducing a lot of latency issues. So there are a lot of those new ideas of access, and a lot of new issues with respect to that, providing access to employees to the network, to the system, to the application. And there are n number of things which have been now in deliberation, and this particular box captures some of those key ideas, key use cases basically that most of the CISOs have been grappling with. Apart from the access, endpoint is another important area for deliberation, because once you are connecting the enterprise network from your endpoint, which are not managed because you are not able to reach to them. Most of the time, organizations also allow the employees' own devices to connect to the enterprise network. So what happened with their security check? What happened with their patching, hardening, configuration of their home router, vulnerability management of endpoints? So these use cases have been also been grappling or probably challenging the way the security has been managed in a existing ecosystem, and most of the organizations have been now trying to find solutions for this one. Communication is another area. The cloud, because most of them see cloud as a way to probably manage this kind of issue that we are all facing. There was definitely there was a journey, and there was a effort for migration to cloud, but this pandemic had now accelerated the journey towards the cloud. So the security of the workload moving on the cloud, the kind of access that you provide to the cloud ecosystem, or kind of the cloud security cloud infrastructure that you are building. So security of that also becomes one of the important area of the deliberation. The application, the browser security is at another area. The data security is at another key areas where most of the organizations have been grappling with. The employee, because they are not in your enterprise environment. So the employees and their work and their functions and their actions are also now becoming very important area for a concern for the most of the organization, because you are not really seeing them, we are not able to see them in corporate networks. So that becomes another important area. The phishing campaign, most of the report talks about how they have been rising, and that's why you need a specific effort for the phishing, managing those phishing effort. The threat management, because there are APTs which are targeting the remote enabling infrastructure. There are malware which has been devised and which has been evolved and which has been coming in this last 3-4 months of time. The investigation part, the dark web which has been distributing a lot of sensitive personal information, and then all those attack possibilities and trying to prepare organization for the attack possibilities. So this is one of the important area. And then the compliance becomes another important area. So the access, communication, data, cloud, browser, application security, employee monitoring, the endpoint, threat management, and phishing and compliance. So this becomes a broader categories of use cases for work from home security. And against that, then we try to look at what India's cybersecurity companies have been doing for these use cases basically. And this report talks about the various of the work of these cybersecurity companies. And I'm just taking one area, for example, in identity and access authentication, where device authentication, passwordless authentication, multi-factor authentication, which has become a very important instrument for managing security or ensuring that the legitimate employees are coming to the network. The PKI authentication, digital identity, the single sign-on, privilege access management, because this becomes very important area. So managing normal application or accessing normal application remotely is easy, but for example, if you are giving access to one of the sensitive assets remotely, so then what happens with the privileges that employee enjoys, and that becomes one of the important area of the concern. The identity of a mobile devices, the access control, because most of the time VPN provide access to entire network, but you need very granular access control when you are providing access to the remote employees. And then segregation of data, how you maintain that one. So there are companies like 42 Gears, Ensurity, Inefu, A-Shield, Ecops, Odyssey, 42 Lab, SecurID, Sectona, LTS Security, YJungle. So they have solution and they quickly try to map their solutions to the use cases which have been thrown with respect to identity, access, and authentication. Another group of the use case is how to solve that remote access with respect to identity and authentication, how to solve that remote access issues and problem, and what kind of perimeter you create, whether you have the specific VPN or you have the secure IPsec ecosystem, how you onboard the devices which are accessing network remotely, the browser isolation, CASB solution, the software-defined networking, the next-generation firewall, virtual desktop interface basically, and then software-defined perimeter. So these are some of the areas basically which has been deliberated by, for example, Department of Homeland Security in the document how the organizational perimeters needs to be worked on. So it's very heartening to note that we have a company like InstaSafe or GatShield or Infinity Labs or YJungle or 42 Gears or Securex or Ecops, who have very interesting and competent solution to take care of the remote access specific issues and problem basically. So another area of a use case is the email security, anti-phishing, cryptography, and self-healing. This is one of the important group basically. That has been devised because once the desktops and devices are out of the control of the organization, then they should have their own self-healing capability. They should have ability to manage the phishing, because in corporate environment, the phishing attempts is very easy to monitor. But what happens when it is a open environment where employees are at their home environment and they have been connected to the organization ecosystem, and there is ways to reach employee very easily basically. And then email security, because again the email security solutions are largely the gateway based solution where organization boundaries will take care of email security. So we have organizations like a Progist or CyberInk or FlexiIR or Ensurity or Seculisher who have solution in these areas, and these are some of the very key areas which are known and recognized as the competitive cybersecurity ecosystem.
Sorry to cut you here. So can we wind up in the last 1 minute with some major?
Then the data security specific solution, the Data Resolve, Seculisher, GATShield, Seclor, CloudSec. So these companies have a data security specific solution. And the last one, which is out of all of these, you need to have enterprise view on a threat and vulnerability management. So we have company like Foresight, CloudSec, Authbase, DNIF, or Smokescreen, or FlexiIR, or SecPar. They have solution to manage the threat and vulnerability of an endpoint, of an enterprise system, or create a kind of a enterprise architecture with a CMA SOR solution. So this report talks about each of these area in detail, and each of the company has been deliberated with the work that they do, the use case they have been solving, the deployment they have been looking at, and then it also talks about some of the key areas of from the startup perspective, where the startups start, what stage they are, in terms of investment, how exactly they are placed at this point of time. So this report also captures that information. So as a COE, we also want to take this effort forward. With this report coming in, we definitely want to create a visibility awareness. We want to look at the new use cases of work from home security. We want to look at the research innovation to solve those use cases. We need to track the progress of all of these startups that we have jotted down here, and also take an effort to develop market, and probably take an effort to create investment opportunities for most of the startups. So this gives an overall glimpse of what this report is about, and what is the plan of a national COE to take care of startups which are working in work from home security.
Thank you so much, Vinayak. I think that really gave a lot of information to our attendees today about the insights of the report. I'm sure people would love to read it and go through it. Thank you so much. So now we'll proceed to our next session, which is a formal launch of the report, post which most of you would be able to access the report online. So just give us a few minutes. We'll be back soon. Thank you.